Aimee, take it away.
Hey everyone, good early afternoon on this Monday morning. You are watching Author Talk with me, Aimee, Sandy, and Russell, and today we're going to answer and ask some viewer questions and kind of talk about what's coming up next. So everybody say hi, you guys.
Hello.
Hello, Facebook world.
I'm sorry we're late. It's my fault. I had court this morning.
That's a reasonable excuse. We'll let it pass this time.
And I had a call. It worked out perfect because I had someone who wanted to talk to me at 10. And so we moved Author Talk to 11. So 11 o'clock Central. And I've been posting on my Facebook page, giving updates. So hope you're all there watching, joining us, answering questions, asking questions. We're good to go. Ready.
And if you have a question while you're watching this, if you'll type it in, when we get to the viewers' questions that we have, Sandy will read those off and those will get first attention. Right, Sandy?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was just looking over here to check my Facebook page. So we are right now live on Sandy Lawrence on my Facebook page. So,
and anybody can get there, right?
Anybody can get there. So even though
that's one thing, and by the way, that's one thing Aimee does that she has to do during this. We talked about it last time. Is Aimee is connecting other pages like my page, so they can find it from my page. They can find it from Aimee's page. If she can connect it to Russell Story's page, they can find it from that. And those are public pages that they can get to.
And here's what I found out. I found out something this week from talking to one of my coaches. When it's live on my Facebook page, my friends get a notice. Sandy's live. Have you seen that show up on yours when you? Yeah. Sandy's live, and I get that notification of other people that are live. So you don't get that notification from the pages where we share it. So nothing's going to come up on Russell's stories and say Russell's live because Russell's on my live. So we kind of promote it from here or move it around from one place to another. So right now we're choosing to say right here so we can record it all. We can get it on YouTube so we can continue growing this video podcast called Author Talk.
Right.
Okay, I have a question for you, Aimee. Do we have any update on the massive Facebook changes that was kind of left in the air last week?
No, it's still kind of up in the air as far as what I've seen. Now, I like it because like I said, I can control what I see from a personal standpoint. And from my business, it hasn't affected my business, but I also know that what's going to be seen more is graphics and videos. So all my posts now are Canva graphics that I've created.
Whoa, this is new. What did you just say? And what does that mean?
Okay.
That's new. We found now actually there's something new. What did you just say?
Well, graphics, like not just posting, go visit my website, actually creating a graphic, like a branded graphic or theme from Canva is what I've been doing. And I've been getting really good reach on all of my posts. So my posts haven't been affected. My business hasn't been affected. But I do also know from what I've read on Social Media Examiner and what I've researched in other places that graphics and Facebook Lives is going to be predominant this year with this new Facebook changes for businesses.
Well, what do you mean by graphics? What does that mean?
It's like a Canva graphic. So,
Aimee, explain what Canva is. Maybe that's what's missing here. So, Canva is a tool that we use, and explain what it is, Aimee.
Right. I was going to go to my Facebook page. So, Canva is a graphic design, I guess, template that I use, and it's free unless I want to buy a different background, or I can upload my own photos and do things like that. And it just kind of brings an edge to my Facebook page and things like that. And it kind of separates me from other people, I guess is the best way to describe it. I'm trying to pull up.
And then how do you use it? And yes, you do need to pull that up so we can see an example of it. But and then how do you use it So how do I use it for my author page? That's what people are watching are asking.
Oh, okay. So you can download your graphic. Once you create your graphic, you like how it looks, you can download it, and then you can upload it to any social media platform. They have, you know, Instagram sizes, Twitter handle sizes, headers, things like that. They're all pre-done, and you just change the backgrounds and stuff. You can also do it from your phone, which I like. So if I'm inspired by a quote that I see, I'll put it on my phone and upload it. And it's really simple to use. It's probably my favorite tool that I have that I use.
Well, once you upload it to your page, how do you get it out there for new readers to look at then?
Well, it kind of, once, like when I upload it to my page, whoever following my page will see it.
Right.
That's kind of where they'll see it. But I will post the same thing on all of my social media platforms, but each one's going to have a different saying on it. And like I'll tag Sandy in some of them, like if I'm really proud of my graphics, which I've done relatively really well. I've shocked myself this week. I'll tag Sandy in it.
Will you tag me on some of them this week so I can see them?
Of course.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
So she does a great job on the images. And I'm kind of following and learning from her because we both use Canva.
Right.
So one of the things I found out on Canva, Amy, this week is if you go over to site, you can resize your.
I don't know what Canva is.
So go to canva.com. So if anyone doesn't know Canva, it's like today's Photoshop. So
that's kind of like that. That's a good way to describe it. It's kind of like that. It's where you can show your creativity and not be bogged down by not knowing the different tools in Photoshop and things like that. It's very user friendly, but it makes it where you can express your creative side and kind of play around with it. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't cost you any money. So it's kind of a good thing that way.
So for authors,
this sounds like one of your webinars already.
So this is AuthorTalk. So we want to make sure that we author. So if you're an author and your biggest job, your role besides writing the book is getting visibility, building your platform, all those things we talk about in our courses and our webinars. So Canva is a great tool. And you can use, so because remember videos, or not videos, but images. Right. Videos is another place, and we'll have to talk about that in another time, but images really attract attention. And I've started, every time I create a image in Canva, and I always put my clients, so Keller Williams, hello Keller Williams, and I know that James Villanova said he's going to be watching this morning, so hi James. But I take the image, today's Motivational Monday, so I get the Twitter hashtag Motivational Monday, put it on an image with a quote, put the Keller Williams logo on there, and then I post it on their Facebook page, and then I post it on their Twitter page, and then I go share it on their Instagram page.
Do you use that hashtag, or do you only put it in the post?
I put the hashtag on the image,
right,
and then I put it in the post.
Right, like this is
is this a new trick? You need to put things on the images.
Yeah, like this is the one I created for Monday morning. So like this is the one that just went out.
Right.
And I don't know if I can go through all of them.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
They're pretty. But like this one, I think, let me show you my favorite one. Like I'll do client reviews and stuff like that, but all of these are done in Canva. And it's super easy and convenient to use. And so that's why I like it. Like this one's my favorite one. And that's just taking a header from my website and putting it with a nice, elegant background and putting my website on the bottom of it. That's really all that it is. And these are reaching over 200 people.
And Amy, that's something you can share once a month or once a week or whatever. You can keep sharing that one because it has no specific date or time associated with it. So that's
right. Exactly. So you can, it's a great way to like recycle content. Like I could post this probably once a month and people would not realize it. I mean, it's a great way to repurpose
it. They did. It's okay because it's a reminder.
This is interesting. We didn't even plan on talking about it.
No, we didn't.
And this is pretty important stuff. Boom.
It is.
So thank you so much, Amy. And thank you, Sandy, for explaining how you did it in a step-by-step basis. What are you guys?
Can I say hello to some people that joined us?
Yes, absolutely.
So thank you, Pam, Tandem Light Press. She also shared it.
Thank you, Pam.
Jesse Miles, hello. Tweed Scott says, hi, Sandy. So hi, Tweed. Nina. Valerie's on. Valerie, that was our guest a few weeks ago. So Vola said good morning. We got all kind of people watching us and commenting. So thank you all.
If you have a question, type it out. Say about to any of the three of us. Yes. Sandy will read them.
Yes. So any questions, or Amy can read them, either one. She's usually quicker at this than I am. So if you see a question, Amy, just interrupt and ask it, and I'll do the same.
Okay.
Tell us about your webinar starting this week, Sandy.
What's holding you back? That's the topic. What's holding you back from being a bestseller? That's the specific topic. Yes. So one of the things as Amy and I were planning out this year, so what's important about this webinar is we're going to be talking about a bunch of new stuff that we're doing. We're getting ready to launch our affiliate program. We have the membership getting ready. All that's coming in second quarter, but we're getting it ready now. So this webinar is specifically, and one of the people that we have just recently found out about, Russell and I and Amy actually, because he will be the keynote speaker at the big Write Fest in April and May, and it's Justin Cronin. Justin lives in Houston. He's a professor at Rice University. He wrote a book in 2010 that got the attention of the media, of buyers, whomever. We're going to be sharing more of his story on Thursday night. So the webinar will be this Thursday night, 7 p.m. Amy, can you put the link in there? It's perceptivepr.com.
Yep.
Excuse me. We'll take you to the landing page where you can join and register. What is it? What did Justin Cronin do that you didn't do? You as an author did not do. Why is he a bestseller on the New York Times? Russell's a bestseller on Amazon, internationally, Amazon, not New York Times, because Russell's book, because we chose that this book was his lead-in book, and it will someday be his perma-free book to invite people to read all of his books.
That's my ambition.
It is, and you have a goal. So when you have a goal and you follow that goal, you make it to where you see yourself being someday. I see myself having a client on the New York Times bestseller list. Yay. I saw this week that Dan Brown has been there for over 6 months. Do you know who Dan Brown is?
No.
Yeah, if he can do it, you can do it.
If he can do it, you've never heard of him, Amy. We have never heard of Justin Cronin until a couple of weeks ago. These people don't listen to the mind, to the mindset. They don't listen to their mind saying it's not possible to be a bestseller today. This is what I hear people say to me. There's too many books out there. It's too hard. It costs too much money. Yeah. All of those are what I hear. So I want to find out what's holding you back from being a bestseller and what can you do to change it. But we're going to talk about what's holding you back. And so join us. Got lots of response already. We sent out the emails over the weekend. We've already had, I forget how many people sign up for it. I've had a lot of people question. When I mentioned in the email that we're going to be launching our affiliate program, I've already had over 10 people say, I want to be in your affiliate program. Sharon Jenkins, thank you. She's here in Houston. I'm very excited that Terry Whalen, and I don't know if Terry listens to our AuthorTalk or not. I need to make sure he knows about them. Terry's the acquisitions editor for Morgan James Publishing Company. And he and I met at a conference years ago, and I've been on his list since then. He's been on mine. And he sent me a note yesterday and said, I'm so excited you're starting a affiliate program. Please add my name to the list. So that I'm very excited about that. So anyway, that's the webinar Thursday, February 1st, 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern, and 5 o'clock Pacific Time. So,
and how can they find it again? If they didn't get an email from you?
perceptivepr.com, and Amy has put that link in the comments.
Yes.
So that's all you have to do is go to that link.
Russell, I have a question from you from my sister, because she asks me all the time, and she wants to know, she knows that you're working on book 2, but she wants to know if you already have ideas for book 3 or if there's going to be a book 3.
Yes. In fact, I have, and thank you to your sister for asking that question.
Yeah.
Yes, I just finished last Tuesday the first draft of the next book.
Nice.
It was a great thing to be done with that first draft, I can tell you.
Yeah.
I am, as soon as I finish the rewrite on the first draft, which I will start today, I will, as soon as I finish the first rewrite, while it's at the beta readers, I'm going to start the 3rd book in the series.
Oh,
and I already know what's happening in the 3rd book of the series. But the trick is you never really know, because once the characters take over, they do and say things you don't expect.
Right.
So, but yes, I have it planned out and I'm ready to go on the next book. And then I'm going to do the book that happens before these 3 books right after that.
Okay.
So I'm ready to go.
Wow. I'm excited. I'm so excited for you.
I'm ready. I've had people are starting to get tired of waiting. I know that because my wife told me that.
Well, if Melinda said it, that must be true.
Yes.
So have we started viewers' questions?
Well, I have one more shout out to somebody that joined us and shared. So Gwendolyn just shared it, and
thank you, Gwendolyn.
She was here. So Gwendolyn McLeod. So thank you, Gwen, for joining us. And I love to have all these new people watching today. So yay. I don't know if that's because we reminded people yesterday or because they're starting to hear about it or they saw that we're live. So why don't you tell us how you heard about AuthorTalk and how you happened to join us today. And if you have any questions on social media, writing,
or about Sandy or Amy,
or about Russell.
Should I ask my viewer question to Sandy or to Amy first?
Either one.
Okay, I'm going to ask. I have this question to Amy. Did your husband go on that camp trip you were talking about without you, and did he freeze to death?
He did go without me, and he's still alive. He didn't freeze. He was super cold though, but he really enjoyed it. I think it was better that I didn't go, because then he ended up having the family that was going to go with us. His wife and children didn't go, so it was just him.
Yeah, because as you said, it was freezing.
Right. So it turned into a guy's trip. So I think he really enjoyed it. And I think it was something that he needed, was just a guy's trip. So,
well, we talked about it for a month on this show.
Yes. But he did do that. He did end up making me go to, a bayou thing. And I didn't know that it was Gator City. It was like the home of the American alligator. I didn't know that. So I have my little puppies with me and everything, and he didn't tell me until we pulled in and I saw the alligator sign, and then I asked, and then he told me. So he didn't.
And you had your dogs with you? Because they're like candy to alligators.
Right, they're so little. So they didn't leave my sight. I didn't sleep because I felt like there was alligators walking by my tent at night. It was only one night, which I'm grateful for.
Darn, that was a great question. I'm glad we asked that, Ben.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Well, because we want this to be personal. We want to hear your story.
You were taking gator candy.
And all these people that are joining us today, those of you that are authors, Dr. Pam, all of you that are authors, we'd love to have you as a guest on AuthorTalk. So send us a notice that you'd like to be on, and when you can be on. I do want to say that next Monday's guest, February 5th, will be Sue Hawley.
Oh, good. Sue's back.
And we're bringing her back because her first book is relaunching on Valentine's weekend. So we didn't want to wait till, so this will be the Monday before that. Yeah, this will be the Monday before that. I had to think, why is she on next week? Okay, because that weekend is the weekend before Valentine's Day. Right. And on that weekend, her ebook is going to be free. And the title of the book is Hot Flashes, Cold Cases. So can't wait. So excited. And I haven't seen Sue comment this morning, so she may not be with us. She may not be joining us this morning. So we'll see.
She may be passed on.
I knew that was starting to sound like that. I'm like, no, Sue's with us. She's just not here on AuthorTalk. Okay, so do I get to ask a question now?
Yes.
Okay, so Aimee.
Okay.
Amy's getting it this morning. That's not fair to you either, Amy, since you don't feel good.
It's really fair.
It is. It's fantastic. I love it. Keep them coming.
So this is a question, seriously. Facebook Zero.
Right.
Is that what we were talking about earlier, these changes, or what is Facebook Zero? Because I keep seeing these ads on Facebook Zero, and I'm not sure what that means.
That's my understanding. It's just they've renamed the page now because it's more user friendly. So it's Facebook Zero. That's my understanding, but that's not 100% answer.
Upstairs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's upstairs.
I thought somebody was knocking on your door. I'm like,
I know. I was like, Russ, let's read.
No, I'd scream at them to get the heck out, but no, it's upstairs. I'm sorry. It's always something.
Always. But that's what makes
it
live.
Aimee.
Okay, Aimee.
Yes.
What were you saying?
Can you hear me? I don't know if I'm muted or not.
I hear you.
We hear you.
Okay. I was just saying how, from my understanding, Facebook Zero is the new changes.
Okay, we did not hear that last. You're kind of coming and go. You are muted now. So.
No, that was me. I'm muting when they start hammering again. I mute them.
Well, but
Amy's frozen. She's frozen.
She is.
So while she's frozen, I'm going to ask Sandy.
Okay.
Are you there?
Technical.
Yes, I'm here.
Sandy, let me ask you a question, and then I'll stop the hammering. We lost you, Aimee. You froze on us.
Okay.
Sandy, one of our viewers wanted to know, you talked during Christmas about all these presents that you'd planned on. You told all your children exactly what you wanted. Did you get any of it?
Not that I'm using it yet, but I do have my Bose earphones. I never know what to call them. And they are the kind you use for podcasts, which is what I requested. This is what I got. So I'm still looking for the microphone because at some point, and I've seen Dr. Pam when she does her Facebook Live, and which is also a live on radio, but she's got the headsets on. So at some point,
I was hoping you would have big headsets too.
But I do want to have that big microphone here so that it's like you can I don't know. I just want it to look professional. So I want it to still be fun though, always fun, just top quality fun. So yes, I got what I asked for.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, you talked about it for like 3 weeks. So usually when I tell my kids stuff like that, I don't get any of it.
Well, they were asking me for ideas. That's why I mentioned it, because they were asking, what can we get you for Christmas? And I'm like, okay, I want to have podcast stuff. And I told them who to go listen to. I said, go listen to Pat Flynn, go to his website. He tells you all the things you need when you have a podcast. So we love Pat Flynn. We follow Pat Flynn. So yeah, that was good. That's good.
Nice.
So Russell, a question for you. So you told us you just finished book 2 for the first round. So explain a little bit about the process of writing, because Aimee and I both share information on the marketing and social media and PR and videos and images. But before all this happens, you have to have a book. So tell us about the kind of like your process for writing a book.
Well, so from when I have an idea, like when Amy's sisters ask, do I have an idea for the third book? Yes, I do. And so what I will do once I finish the first rewrite of book 2 is, and I'm ready to start book 3, is I will graph out the book. And the way I graph it out is in bubble graphs. Okay. On one big page, I will graph out the story that I want to tell. And then I will think about it a while, and then I'll go back and redo it 3 or 4 times to give myself an idea of where I want to go. Because I write mysteries, and that means that I've got to have an idea where I'm going and how I'm going to get there and what hints I'm going to give the reader, because readers don't really like unfair surprises. They like surprises, but they want them to be fair. So then
what do you mean by fair?
Well, it can't be. It's got to be something that they should have seen or that they had a chance to see.
That's true, because sometimes I have seen a writer make such a big leap that I'm like, huh, where did that come from? So yeah, I hear you.
Readers don't like that.
No.
And then I will start the first draft. And after every few chapters, I'll go back and regraph and re-outline the book as it develops and as I get a better handle on it. And I think that's only because I don't have enough experience. I've only written 2 books now, or 3 now. And I really think if I'd started earlier, I'd written more books, I'd be able to do even better. But then I hear that some authors just start writing. But once the first draft is done, I immediately start the first rewrite because of the way a novel develops. And then I'll send it off to beta readers. And when you send it to beta readers, you send them 10 or 15 questions. Read the book and answer these questions. And I'll get those answers back and I'll rewrite again.
So what if somebody watching this or listening to this would like to be a beta reader? So I think a lot of authors use that process.
You've got to.
Yeah. So if you're watching, here's another way you could be part of the author community is reading the book. And then, so what do you expect from a beta reader?
When they don't like something, I want them to be nice. Tell me the truth, but be nice about it.
Authors are very sensitive people.
I'm usually mad at these people for like 6 months afterwards. Oh, wow. Because I'm so sensitive about it. I know it doesn't look like it by the way we kid and joke on here, but that stuff makes me crazy.
Yeah.
But I have 10 or 15 questions that I need answered.
Okay.
And so they know what I'm looking for before I start. I'm not looking for an editor. That comes later, right? I'm not looking either. I'm not looking for my grammar to be corrected. That comes later. I'm looking for whether I'm doing, whether my story makes sense. Do I have any big holes in it? That sort of thing.
Okay.
So that's where I am. And then you do all that. And you know, I rewrote my last book 32 times. I'm hoping to only rewrite this book 16 times.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Half as many. That's great.
Right.
That's a great plan. So we would love to hear this kind of stuff from people. I'm looking to see if we got any more. But Gwendolyn said thank you. Nicole Carter joined us. She's friends with Aimee. Valerie said she loves Canva. So yeah, so we're getting lots of comments.
We should have asked Valerie about that when she was on then. I didn't even know about it.
And I just assumed everybody knows about Canva. So I've done a lot of the images. It's a great way to take the image of Maryland and put it together with the image of where a country you visited. So that's a great thing you can do. Lots of good stuff you can do with Canva. And by the way, Aimee, you'll see on our Canva that I started doing a new image for AuthorTalk.
Yes, I saw it.
I need Aimee's help with this one.
I saw it. I'll fix it.
Yeah, we want Aimee in this one, by the way.
I do. I got that far to get the name AuthorTalk, and I love doing it in the call out little bubbles.
Right.
And then and using our branded colors, we do that. So speaking of that, for authors, think about, this is a topic we're going to talk about on some AuthorTalk, maybe not today because we're pretty much done with time today, but Russell, be thinking about the brand for your book, Maryland. Maryland was your brand so far and everything we've done. And Sue will be on next week. That'll be a good time to talk about the brand because we're working on that for her books. So anything last that you want to say, Russell? Any comments?
Well, I have so many more questions. Maybe for another time.
Another time. And so just want to let everyone know that's listening, on the last one of the month, we don't have a guest. It's just the three of us sharing stuff. And we talk about ahead of time, what is it we want to share. We didn't get to nearly all the stuff we talked about today. Do want to say one real quick thing. Write
Fest.
Write Fest is coming up April 30th to May 6th. If you're in Houston, you have no excuse. Be there. Go now. And if you want a cheap ticket, go now to writefesthouston.org and check out the Indiegogo, because right now you can get your ticket at less than half price. And also all of that money is going into fund the whole event. So look at that if you're interested. If you're out of town and you can possibly be here, if you're out of town and you have a workshop that you do, Pam, I want to talk to you about that, Pam, from Tandem Light Press, because they're still looking for a few more breakouts in the Write Fest part of it. So love you guys. Russell, anything last you want to say?
Have a great week.
Have a great week. We'll see you next week on AuthorTalk.